Hello, my friends. I'm Christine Abraham. I am the founder and the course instructor for Bible Cafe and Bible Cafe University. So, I had a great conversation with my small group students today, and I wanted to bring part of that conversation here so that you can learn something that we learned through our Bible study. We are currently studying the book of Acts by Melissa Spoelstra. She has a beautiful Bible study on this topic. And one of the questions here that we asked our students this week is about having this conversation with your friends. Here's what Melissa wrote in the book. Her friend asked her, "Are you up for sandpaper right now, or do you need a warm blanket?" Sandpaper versus warm blanket. Let's talk about that here on a brief video to help you understand that. So sandpaper is roughing up or smoothing down. There's coarse sandpaper, there's smooth sandpaper. Two different kinds of sandpaper. If you are in a conversation with someone and you don't know how to approach that conversation, you can ask the person, do you need sandpaper or do you need a warm blanket? Do you need me to help you understand this, process this, and make a decision on this? Or do you need me to just hug you with a blanket? That's a great way to framework your conversations. Now, we talked about this with my students in my small groups today. Some people, they may not need the sandpaper because they may be struggling with something. Maybe the person who is part of that conversation is struggling with a physical illness. Maybe there's something going on where they don't even know what they're saying or conversing, or maybe they had some kind of addiction and it may take like 2 or 3 days for that addiction to get out of their system. So in those circumstances, it may look like they need sandpaper, but what they really need is for you to see them through the eyes of Jesus. They need you to see what Jesus sees. We need to stop judging people, especially people who look like they're sandpaper on the outside, but they really want that hug. They want to be loved. They want to be feel the blanket of love and the truth and the scripture that says you matter. You're important. I love you unconditionally. So we got to stop approaching people with a tendency that I'm just going to approach every person I meet with sandpaper. In fact, we talked about this in our Zoom groups today and in our small groups today. Go buy yourself some sandpaper. Get it on Amazon, get it at the hardware store. When you buy sandpaper, you can get a variety pack. You can get coarse, you can get smooth, you can get very fine. Have that as your visual reminder. Cut it up into small squares and put it where you have most of your conversations, or put it in your pocket. Walk around with it for a week and rub that piece of sandpaper and say, am I giving that person sandpaper? Am I roughing them up with my words? Am I helping them to process something? Or do I need to be a blanket? Does that person just need to be grace, love, forgiveness, tenderness? Like, what does that person need? You may not know that in your own understanding, but you will know that if you pray and you ask for the understanding of Jesus and you ask to see that person the way Jesus sees that person. So think about that today. Think about your sandpaper. Think about your warm blanket. Think about people who maybe are struggling with an illness right now, or an addiction, and maybe a couple days later that's all going to balance out for them and they're going to be their normal self. So go there, get your sandpaper, think about the warm blanket, come to the Bible Cafe, because we have conversations like this every day. We love talking to people about Jesus. We love helping you understand and apply scripture. So I'll see you there at the Bible Cafe. God bless everyone. Take care.